Well, today I'm headed to Lowe's again for my 5th load of quikrete. Yeah. Okay. And I think I need one more load after this too. Okay. But the bridge ramp is coming along. Not much left. All I gotta do is mix and pour concrete now. Okay. I'm getting tired of this job. And it's getting expensive too. Okay. If I remember right, the first load was 20 bags of quikrete, 80 pounders. Second load, I was afraid I'd overloaded the truck the first time, so I only got 18, but it didn't seem to bog down as much. So next load I got 20. Oh, and the first two loads was at $5.98 per bag. And then the third load, I didn't realize it right away after I got home, but it was $1.06 or $6.24 a bag. So I questioned it when I got the fourth load. I went to the customer service department at Lowe's. And they looked it up. They said, yeah, there was a price change. They raised it from $5.98 to $6.24. That's 26 cents. Yeah. Anyway, on the fourth load, it was the same price, $6.24. So I'm waiting to see what it's going to be on this fifth load. I'm not going to ask them anything. Just going to wait and see what how they ring it up. But the sign for the cement or the quikrete, the sign where they got it posted, it still showed $5.98. But anyway, like I said, I'll see what happens today. Okay, like I said, the first load was 21 bags. I remember that. I don't know why I got 21, because I got a pallet because it was 7 layers per, so I want to keep them even. Anyway, 21 bags, and the second load was 18. So, and the third and fourth load was 20. So if I get an extra bag today, make it 21. Let's see. That'll give me 100 bags after today. Or today. 100 bags so far. Once I get this load. Yeah. Okay, I'll get 21 bags this time. Anyway, I'm not ready to leave you. I gotta get cleaned up. I need my morning shower. At least I got clear skies today for mixing and pouring concrete. I don't want to go too early. Too much sun in my eyes when I'm driving. Anyway, let's get going. Well, I'm off to Lowe's again. This time I'm going to buy 21 bags of quikrete 80 pounders. And I'll see if the price is still $6.24 per bag. I'm at Lowe's, ready to go in and buy 21 bags of quikrete 80 pounders. 21 bags. Let's go home. Go home with the 21 sacks. Keep calling them sacks. They're bags. What's the difference between a sack and a bag? Anyway, I think a bag is when they're sealed. Yeah, sack is open. Anyway, I'm back. I gotta load up the truck for going out there. Then I gotta change clothes to my concrete mixing and pouring clothes. Okay, I need to cut some lumber too, some old boards I found, because I need some long. There she is. She keeps coming from there. I wonder if her kittens are in there somewhere. I always wondered. I still think she's got kittens somewhere, but I never know where. And they're about 3 weeks old now. Anyway, or should be, if they're still alive. if they survive this long, they should be running around too. Anyway, I gotta cut some old lumber for the. I need it for the ends and for a strike off, because the one I've been using, it's about 32 inches, and it was working on the other ones that were narrow, but this one's 36. The gap in the middle is 36 inches wide, so I need something a little bit longer, and I don't want to be cutting down a 5-footer for that, so I'm going to cut some old ones I'm going to use. I think I'll do that first. First, I'm going to load this up with other things that I need. Okay, we're all loaded. I just got to go change clothes and get something to eat first, since it's already noon. Then I'll head out. Get down there before he comes back. Hey, the white bull's under the tree, but I'm not stopping. Oh, he's ready. He already did both sides. Yeah, he did both sides already. You can see the rock piled up in the middle. Yeah. I guess, I don't know how far he goes down, but I guess he'll come back, and he left a ridge in the middle. Now on his last pass, he'll come back and oh, my seatbelt. Turn off. Probably ring again. I forgot to clip it behind me. Yeah, this is a good view in the sun like this. Yeah, he must have graded this way, came this way, graded this left side. Then now he's going down on the right side, grading all the rock in the middle. That helps fill in the holes and the low spots, high spots. And then, like I said, he's still got to do the. What was that? Center. Something hit. Something made a noise. I think I want to watch him go up the hill. Nobody's coming behind me. I'm going to turn that seatbelt sign off. Appreciate why I do that. He's grading up the top to the top of the road. He's probably going to go down. There's another rock road goes all the way up the hill, farther down, turns left, and then turns right. That's all rock until it hits the house's driveway, and then he'll probably turn around and come back there, because the rest of part of it's oiled from the other road. Another blacktop road that this hooks into. Oh, I put my seatbelt on so I wouldn't make that noise. Oh. Well, he's at the top of the hill. It looks like there's more rock here than there is farther down. Yeah, farther down there's less rock. Where that driveway is, where those yellow flowers start on the right. Yeah. Well, as soon as I get this bridge done, I think I'm going to do some mowing here on the next to the fence. Yeah. Time to break out the lawnmower. Well, he's way up there. I'm going to go now. Okay, let's cross this mound of rock. Ooh. There we go. Is everybody out there? Is it? Somebody might just do in the creek. Let's see. It looks like there's a few missing. I think I see somebody across the creek behind the trees on the other side. And I think it's the bull. Well, can't sit here all day. Ooh. Okay. Oh, it's hot today. And not as windy, so that's good. Although when it's hot, the wind is real good, but not if it's too strong. Too strong a wind ain't good. Looks like the neighbor's field here on the left is full of weeds, flowers, what do you want to call them? Flowering weeds, yeah, flowering weeds. As soon as I said it wasn't very windy, the wind is picking up and it's strong again. Coming from the south, so I'll roll up my south window. It was nice and comfortable there till just as I got out of the truck, the wind picked up. I think that's something. Yeah, well, I'm getting there. I did a lot of work yesterday. No cement work, concrete work, but I got it all ready. I want to try to do the left one, or the right one first. The one on the right. And the dirt that I dug out of there, both sides, both of those, there was a hole here. And the reason there was a little dip there, there was a little dip all the way across because years ago there was a mole run. A mole run went right through there. You know how a mole runs and it raises the dirt. Well, since that dirt was loose, a flood came. I forget what year it was. Probably 24, maybe, or 23. A flood came and it followed the water, went over. I mean, it flooded the whole bottom here, and since the mole run was loose, it followed that mole run and left a big dip there. So I filled it in with that dirt. And that's just a little story I remember about that dip. That dirt, actually it's not really dirt, it's sand. It's all sand. Okay. Now the first thing I always check when I come down here, I gotta look at the creek. They're probably going to be headed back to the water soon. That's their habit. That's their habit. Eat some grass, cool off in the water here for a while, go back and eat grass. They spend a lot of time out in this pasture, out here. But another week. Today's 22. Yeah, another week. I'm going to lock them out. I may have to feed them more hay, but I'm going to lock them out because I want this all to be grown up tall for during the month of May. Because when we haul bales, after the hay's baled, hopefully I'll get my brother to help load them and haul them and unload them here up at the top with his trailer, big trailer and tractor. And while we're doing that, I can leave all these gates open up to the top, and the cattle will be locked in here, and they can't bother us, and we can leave the gates open. But that won't happen until June. I just hope I get a hay crop. Okay, can't sit here enjoying this all day. So. Oh, the breeze actually feels good now. Yeah, I got to get to work on the bridge. Well, I guess my plan is to I only got 21 bags here. I estimated I needed about, I used 10 sacks there. I estimated I needed 15 more. That's what I used on that side, 25. So if I use 10 here, I probably need 15 over there. But there's different ways I could approach this. I got 21 sacks to work with right on this load. On that side, part of this side, on that side, I'm going to put a layer just like I got here on the end here. Instead of going all the way, I wanted to do that. I want to put a layer in the bottom up to where the metal is, the wire panel, just like I did here. Then I can go across with a second layer on top, a finished layer. I think that's easier then, because that way the cement won't sink so much. It gets, if I get it too wet, when it's deep like that, it doesn't hold its shape very good. But if I can get it shallow like that, fill in the bottom with whatever I need up to the metal, and then I'll come back later after it dries a little bit, it firms up. Then I'll come back and do the top layer. And while that's once I get that done and it firms up, or I might do this first on the end, just on the end here, at least to where the hump is, and maybe a little further down. Because instead of using wood here, I use rocks underneath it. Those 2 rocks there and 2 rocks there to hold it up. Because I don't want to have to take the rocks out, take the wood blocks. I got wood blocks down there where it's deeper. So I'm gonna. So many ways to do this. Like I said, I might even do this first and do that one later. Because if I do use 15 sacks over there altogether, I'll still have what is that? 6 sacks. I still have 6 sacks, so I can at least do the end here. So I might want to do that first. Do the very end here, where it's smooth up to where the top of the hump, top of that ramp, and then some, like I did over there, just on the bottom half. As far as 6 sacks will go, but I can do a couple bags there, or at least 4, in case I have to use more there, because it's deep over there. Yeah, I don't know why I made it so deep. I guess I wanted to get down to there's actually concrete under this, halfway in there, just like here. This is all concrete. This is all concrete underneath there, where the wooden blocks are. Then on the very end, where the stones are, that's under the wire. That's just a mixture of rock and sand. Same thing on that end. Most of it's the cement only goes about halfway in that open area. Anyway, that's the way it worked out. So there was concrete all the way across there, except it got all filled up with sand when it flooded. Well, I can talk like this all day, but I can't get no work done. So I'm going to do this one first, and since some of this iron, some of this metal wires are a little bit riding high. After I get the concrete set, I'm going to put some rocks, heavy rocks on that to weigh it down before I put the top layer on. But I will finish it all on this hump ramp. Okay, let's get started. Who's first? Mama cow's first. I know she'd be headed this way. Look at that red cow. She's, like I said, they don't have much shade over here. If they want shade, they got to go up on top where the trees there. And now the bull's coming in. They like this water hole, don't you guys? And the rest of them are going to filter down here eventually. Yeah, the last time I got quikrete, and this time too, I did it a little differently. Instead of loading them from the ground, somebody load them from the ground, and then I have to grab them and put them up. I had last time they pulled a pallet of quikrete, a full pallet, or a lot of them, more than I needed, and they pulled it up on above the tailgate, you know, stuck it in pretty far, and left enough room for us to work in there. So another guy came up with me, and we loaded them farther forward onto the truck, more so over the axle. So that means it's going to take a lot farther for me to carry them back. But that works better than, because then we all got to do is take them off the pallet and then drop them down. So much easier. You don't have to pick them up so hard. You're just grabbing them and letting them drop. Keller in the creek again. There's that grader. He's got a grading blade on the back. Yeah, they don't do that very often. They're on a rocked road. It works. Now that's a heavy duty blade on that, with a big tractor. It's got a lot of weight to it. Better than the one that I'm using. He's going down the middle now. And it's got its blade aimed backwards, so the curve of the blade is going back instead of curving this way when he drags the side into the middle. Driving that way, he got the curve of the blade going this way, so it just kind of smooths out the middle of the road. I can see the dust. There's light. I can see his light now. Yeah. He was only going as far as to that top of that ridge where those trees are. Up there. That's the end of the rocked road. He's running the blade backwards. Help smooth the rock. Just in the center. Okay, back to work. I got a few things I've got to set up first. I've got to bring a couple bags down, probably more than a couple. Usually I just do 2 at a time. I got to fill these 2 buckets. I never did record how I get the water out of the creek. I don't know if I want to, because I don't want to lose my phone in the water. But I'll try. Looks like he's coming back again. I'm not sure how he does it. Maybe blades down one side and then blades down the other. I don't know. I thought he went down the middle. Yeah. Here he comes. Taking a lot of dust. I'm not sure how I thought he was just going down the middle and that was it, but I guess he wanted to do it a second time. Anyway, I thought about after I retired in 2020, and I lost my wife too at the same time. I thought about applying for a job at the township, because it'd probably be only part-time, doing stuff like that, driving a tractor, mowing the ditches, mostly mowing ditches, fixing potholes in the road with asphalt, grading the road, mostly mowing stuff. And when it would be part-time, but I just didn't feel like taking a job away from somebody else. I didn't need a job. I got enough to do around here. Getting some water. It's kind of hard to do with only, I need both hands. Can't hold the phone, but I'll try. I'm taking a chance with my phone. I'm going to try to hang on to that. I got to do this bucket thing with one hand, which I've never done before. I got it looped around my wrist. I usually use my other hand to hold the end. Hope I don't lose my bucket. Yeah, I got a rope tied around the handle. What I do, I just flip it. So it'll go open part into the water first. Now the hard part. I've got to hang on to my phone. I don't want to drop my phone. Two hands is easier, but I got it. I usually fill up the green bucket with the rope for every wheelbarrow that I load up and mix 2 bags. Where I get it from? Water in the creek. Looks like Mama cow already went out. She's up there with the other cow. We're starting mixing. I gotta put a board in on that end, which I probably won't use for a while. But I got these 3 boards. 1 board's for that end, 1 board's for this end, and the longest board, it ain't much longer. The longest board I'll use as a what do you call it? A strike-off board for going across. Same thing. I'll use it over there too. Let's set them up. I guess I made that ditch a little bit too deep. I'll have to maybe add something to the bottom. I want that board level with the top of both concretes. I got the board in where I want it. Instead of just filling that in with dirt, I want the concrete to go underneath the board. So I bunch of small rocks in there, busting them up. Now I'm going to cover that up with dirt for the top. There goes again. I'm going to put a short board there, so when my first load here, eventually, I don't know if I'll do that today. I might. I want a board right there for the end of my front of my wheelbarrow to sit on, so I don't dig into the dirt. Just like I did over there. So this end's good. Let me go work on that end now. I'm going to mix a couple bags and put it here. Maybe 4 bags. I got those big stones on there to hold it down. I think I got some stones, yeah, just behind those. There's some stones underneath the wire. But it's not going to go that far, that's just to hold it down. There's stones underneath it, stones underneath here, right behind that board. That's my strike-off board. And I put this board flat. This side's a little higher, because of where that crack is. The concrete on this side, the right side of that crack is higher. That's okay. I'll fix it in the end. On this side I can level it to the board. That side I can keep it lower. Kind of match the concrete there, a little bit higher than that. I'm going to fix all that when I'm done. Yeah, this is done. I'm going to mix them, just sand and cement. I'll sift it, take away the rocks so I can
to smooth that out. But I'll do that. I guess I'll do that on this first batch. I'll take some stuff out. Or maybe the second batch, I don't know. I want it pretty good here, so yeah. Second batch I'll do that. Okay, let's mix it. Okay, let's mix. I gotta get up there and get a couple bags down. Maybe 3, 4. First thing I add is water. Get a few bags down. Oh, the wind feels good today since I'm sweating. Nice. I guess it ain't too gentle, but it's a nice breeze. Keeps me cool. I use that first bag there because the weight of the cement or concrete mix weighing the truck down, so I use that to level it up to the top of the wheelbarrow, and I'll cut both of them bags and I'll drag them 2 bags onto that one again. That makes it easier. The wind is from this direction. I cut the bags from this side so the dust will go that way. Yesterday was, not yesterday, the day before yesterday, I didn't do any concrete yesterday. For a while, the wind was from the north, so I had to cut from that side. But a few minutes later, when I started to mix the second load, or another load, the wind was from the south again. So it changed really quick between loads. So I had to come back on this side. And depending on which way the wind's blowing, I'll stand, what's called upwind. So the dust will go away from me as much as possible. It surrounds me for a while though, when I first emptied the bag. Okay, time to mix them. And of course I made that first load a little too soupy. There's the name of that. I forgot what it was. Anyway, I call it soupy. Anyway, I'm going to let that dry up a little bit before I put it down. Although I might just put it on the bottom and be done with it. And mix a firmer batch for the top. Maybe that's what I'll do with this loose stuff. I went ahead and wetted it down a little bit. I got some extra cutout pieces from when I cut some panels off at home. There's this little short pieces. I'm going to put them across that crack. I'm going to pour it over those little short things. That's what I cut off from the panels when I first, up at the house when I first brought it down here. The ones for this one and that one. Yeah, I took them off that fence by the outhouse. Yeah. Reused them. Better purpose. I'm going to put that in with a shovel. And the stuff that that's how far 2 sacks go. Remember, this is wider, and for some reason, I don't know why, it's 36 inches exactly down there, and I thought I made it 36 down here, but it wound up at 39, so I don't know how that happened. I thought I had them all the same width. It must have been off somewhere. But anyway, it's still a little soupy. I would have let that dry up. While I'm doing that, I'm going to sift some cement. Bag mixture. A bucket with a screen on it. I want to keep the rock out. I'll put the rock back in there, and I'll put it. I want the sand and cement. I want to use it later for the tapered edge. Without any rocks in it. That's before I sift. This is after I sift it, so I'll just break them off, put this batch in the bottom. There they go. Off to eat more grass. Put Whitey over there and the yearling. Oh, she's going with him. She'll probably get up and go later. They're all headed out. And Mama Cow's in the lead, of course. I guess those aren't ready to leave yet. Okay, I'm not going to watch them. I'm in the middle of my concrete. No. Okay. I'll come back to this later. I took some of the sand and cement out of this. That one bag. The first one. I'm gonna put this mixture somewhere where it's not doesn't need to be so strong. Put it at the deepest part underneath the wire. It'll be thick anyway. It'll be stronger on top. I made them a little extra soupy, so it'll be easier to spread underneath the wire. I think I'm gonna put another one there. Maybe all the way up. See how far it can go. Come back to this. You can see how windy it is with the tree leaves. And my flap under my hat. Back of my neck. Okay, back to work. Oh, that's 2 and 4. Those two might have been a little light because the first bag I sifted some sand and cement out of it. Probably, I don't know, a third of a bag. Or was it too much? But all the rock went back in there. Anyway, that's 2 full bags there. I'm gonna put 2 more in there. That's a bit all put there. Now, when that dries a little bit, it hardens up a little bit, I'll start adding here all the way down. From there all the way down, there all the way down, both sides I guess. I guess I'd like to work from this side. No, better to work this side downhill. Yeah. I think that'll work better, especially with my strikeout board. Okay, a 2 and 4 bags. 2, that makes 6 altogether. So far, up to mix 2 more there, 2 more there, 2 more there, and I got 8 left. Yeah, I don't think I'll get done today. I might. Depends on how fast I work and how many breaks I take. There's 6 bags in there now. Not counting this, just the wet stuff. 2 or almost a little less than 2 because I took some cement, sand, sifted it out a little bit. There's 2 bags up there and 2 bags under there. I'm gonna put 1 bag more there. Yeah. Make this sort of even. Let it dry like that. I already have too much water in the wheelbarrow to make a 1 bag mix. So I went and finished that wheelbarrow load in 2 bags. And I'm going to put it on that end. Then I'll remember to only make 1 bag for that. I'm going to dump this 2 bag mix right there. I'm going to keep it low, just enough to cover the middle, or under the middle. That's how it spreads out. Still windy. Okay, that's a 2 bag mixed under the wire. Now for the 1 bag mix over here. I'm over half done with the sacks I had on the truck, the 21. I used up 7 sacks here from here to there. I just put 1 sack in there. There's 7 altogether from today. 4 sacks over there. Oh, no, 2 sacks. 2 sacks over there. So that's 7, 8, 9. And 2 sacks here makes 11. And I got 10 left. Those boards there for when I turn the wheelbarrow around to dump it. I have something to step on besides that wire. I got kind of dangerous there for a while until I got those boards. Anyway, I'm going to leave that alone for now. Let that stiffen up. If I use 7 bags back there, I don't know how many bags it would take to finish, but I would like to finish this one today. I don't think I'm going to have enough sacks to finish all this. That's why I want to. But I would like to do to this one what I did to that one. But I don't think there's going to be enough, so I want to at least get this end done and some more on that end. I won't be able to put the topping on, the final layer. But I like to at least get some under the both ends. Okay. And I got to estimate how many I'm going to need for that, so I don't want to use. I'd like to finish that one, and then whatever's left, then I can put here, and then I know. Then I can estimate how many more I'm going to need, because I'll have to buy some more quikrete bags. I don't know what day though. Anyway, let me mix another batch and put it here. I'm just gonna put it up to the wire, or just below it, just like I did over there. Yeah, I'll put a topping on later. The final layer. 10 sacks. So let's start mixing before it gets too late. A little bit. And get all that metal pushed down, covered up right here. Yeah, I decided to go all the way to the top on this end. I used up, how many did I use here? 4 bags. I used 4 bags here because I made the first one kind of sloppy. Besides all that water that I put up here, it ran down in here and made it even wetter. So I had a mess. I had to make the second batch a little drier to compensate. But it's down. I gotta wait till that dries and then trowel it again. Smooth out some of the water. Look at that ant or some kind of bug going across it. Don't get stuck in there. It'll stick to your feet. You gonna make it? Oh, don't stop. It'll sink. I think it's gonna make it. Yeah, go around that wet spot. I think he's got concrete on his tail. I think he's gonna make it. Hurrah, he made it. Okay. So that's all I'm going to put in this one. I'll have to estimate how much more I'm going to need in there because I got to buy more. I'm not sure if I can even finish the other side. That one. Because I was only going to put 2 bags in here, as I said, but I made it too soupy, plus with the added water when I wetted the concrete before I put it down. It all drained down to this end. I didn't mean to put that much on, I was just wetting it. But anyway, I used 4 bags there instead. But now I got 6 bags left for that. I don't know if it'll make it. It probably could, because it's not very thick. And I don't have to go all the way to the board if I don't want to. But I'm going to use them up. I still got daylight. I think it's around 6. According to the shadows. Anyway, I need to trowel that one more time, spread out the water, and then I'm going to broom it. I wound up stepping on it right there. And it was still soft. I made a little dent. But okay, it's okay. It won't hurt nothing. I've got 6 bags left. Let's see how far they go. Oh, I don't even think I was recording, was I? Anyway, I'll try it again. I don't know. I think it's around 6. And I got 6 bags left to work with here. I'm gonna try to get 3 batches, 1, 2, 3, and I'll smooth them out roughly and mix all the 3 batches. Just spread it rough, and then I'll come back with my strike off and see if I can finish it. If it won't spread all the way across, I'll just lower this. I'll lower this side and bring it over. Let's see if that works. See if 6 bags will fit here and finish this side. Later than I thought, it's 6:30 p.m. right now. And only 2 cows showed up. There's the sun up there. I didn't make it all the way. I decided to just go up to the board and be done with it. I think the board might be a little higher than this one here, but that's okay. It's just easier to strike off this way. And it's 7 p.m. according to the sun. Actually, according to my phone. It's the biggest 6 bag. Usually I do 2 bags or 4 bags at a time. This is the first time I've done 6 bags at a time. I think it's still wet enough to work. Let's strike it off with that board. That board ain't too long. I don't think so. Better hurry before it dries up. I'll get to work. 7:15, and I made it before the sun went down. Sun goes down after 7:30. The cows aren't even here to witness it, but I am. To wait a little ways to broom it, but it won't take long. Just about done, except for the brooming part. I'll broom it before I leave. I did almost that one. I got another. I'm gonna have to estimate it. I have to buy some more quikrete. I knew I was going to need some of there, but I thought I was going to finish that. But I used more in here than I anticipated. I had 2 more sacks there that I didn't plan on because one of my mixtures of 2 bags was soupier than planned. Anyway, sun's going down. I'm almost done here. And I used up all the bags that I bought today, 21 bags. I'm going to estimate how many more I need. I'll probably buy a few extra. Even if I don't need them, I can always use it somewhere else. Well, I got done what I wanted to do today, except I had it change, slight change in plan. One came out of its case. Anyway, I was just going to do this end and that end, but I did more on this end than I planned, and that means I didn't get the chance to finish that one down there. I'm going to go estimate how much more I need. I'm just guessing. I can estimate this one, but this one here is 3 feet. That's only about 30 inches, so it's harder to estimate. But I'll give it a try. Okay, my first pour went from here to there for 2 bags. About there. That one there, from about that line there up there is 28 inches, and that's 4 bags. So I figure every 28 inches, at least on this flatter end, or the narrow, I don't know what you want to call it, The end that's not as deep. That'll hold about 28 sacks, or 28, uh, 28 inches, 4 sacks. But down on that deeper end, it's going to take a little bit more. But I'll still estimate. Well, according to my calculation on this one, if every 28 inches is 4 bags, like it was down there, I'll still need 24 plus the one up here. That means I need 25 bags just for this. That's because it's wider than the rest. I already used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. I already used 8. I knew I was going to use more since it was wider. I already used 8 bags here. 2 in the very end, 2 on this end, and 4 right past those, right past that board. So 6 on that end and 2 on this end. 6, and that's 8. 8 and 25, what is that? 33? Well, I'm not going to get them all in one load. 20 is my maximum. Plus, I got to get at least 2 bags there. 2 to maybe 3. I think I can make it with 2, since it's only half. I forgot to measure how far. Well, let me measure that. 6 bags divided by 3. And I'll see what I can do. But I need at least, what did I say? 24, 20, 25. Or at least 25 here. And then I'm guessing maybe 2 here. Is that right? 24, 25, and 2, 26, 27. At least 27 bags. I should get a little extra. But like I said, I'm going to make 2 trips. I don't need to make. Yeah. No sense pushing the truck. I ain't going to overload the truck. Well, let me think now. If I estimate it right, 24, 25, we'll say 26 for that. And that is 2 bags. I'll get 30 bags altogether. So if I get 20 bags tomorrow, I'll get 20 bags tomorrow. I can finish that one and do most of that one. Then I'll just go back and get another 10 bags, and I'll probably re-estimate. I'll probably pour those 2 ends, that end and that end, put a couple more, at least 2, get the ends done, and then I'll work my way up. Because if I start here and work my way down, the gravity wants to pull it down. And well, maybe that would be better. No, I'd rather go from there up. Yeah, but gravity pulls it down. Anyway, it doesn't matter as long as it gets on there. Okay, I better pack up, get out of here. Sun's down, and I gotta broom that. It's down over there. Oh, look at that! No wind hardly. I could see a reflection, but the sun's still shining on the tops of those trees. Up there too. but not for long. No cattle. Oh, here's that reflection again. This reflection. Most of the tree branches are growing away from the other trees to get more sunlight. It's a mirror image in the water. Because there's hardly any waves. There's a few ripples, but not many. I think those are from bugs. Yeah, there's some kind of bugs on the water. Well, I'm ready to pack up and get out of here. I was going to boom that, wasn't I? Okay, now I'm done. I rinse all my stuff. I'm all packed up, ready to leave. It's almost 8 p.m. I better get home before it gets dark. Good thing I watered the cows in the barn yesterday, because I don't feel like doing it tonight. Another look from this side. Yeah, I estimate around 28 bags, 27 or 28. But I'll get 20 tomorrow, and if I get 20 tomorrow, that'll be 100. No, it was 100 today. Today was 100 bags so far. So far in here it was 100 bags. Whenever I get 20 tomorrow, that'll make 120. Plus maybe 10 more. I'll recalculate after I get those 20 done. I'll at least finish that and get done when I can. I just can't haul more than 20. It's not worth it to break something on a truck. Okay. Let's head for the house. I guess I'll use my headlights on the way home. Yeah, it's 7:57 according to my truck. A little dark. Let's turn the light on. That's the light. Now the bright. How's that work? Right. Shed some light on the subject here. Hey, looking good. Looking good. Getting there. A couple more trips to Lowe's, and this job will be done. I estimate about around 30, maybe last 28 or 30. Yeah, I estimate at least 26 for the middle, plus 2 on the left. Yeah, and I'll probably get 30 just to make sure I don't have to make another trip. So tomorrow trip will be the 6th trip. Yeah, 6th trip. And I'll get 20, and I'll recalculate and see what I need for my last trip. Okay, let's head home. That feels good. Yeah, I already got the what do you call it? The sifted. Wait, there's something there. What is it? A cat? Is it a cat? Is that my cat? It's walking toward me. That's my cat. No, it ain't. Why is it walking toward me? That's a neighbor's cat. The one that eats feed. Oh, he comes way down here. He's behind the gate. He's on the right behind that gate. I ain't gonna mess with him. He'll run away when he sees me, but I guess he didn't know who it was. Well, if I wouldn't have wasted so much time after I came back from Lowe's with 21 bags, I would have been done before the sun went down. But yeah, I got a late start to go to Lowe's, and then here's that road that they graded. He's doing a pretty good job. Nice and smooth again. They try to take out the potholes. Rocks are loose now. Still got my brights on. Oh, let me check. I'll walk to get the mail. I'm in the wrong position. I'm gonna look at the house. It's too dark. Oi! Oh, I thought something was in the ditch, a calf, but that's those are those weeds with the yellow flowers. Silly me. I'm always expecting somebody to be out. Oh, there's somebody. There's the red. I saw the Red Bull. Sun's already down, so I missed that. Well, I didn't miss it. I just didn't get it here. Yeah, my timing wasn't very good today. With the lights on, and where is it? Something just flew by. And with the dim regulars on, and with the lights off, and I'm done. Too dark to see. It's 8:07. The white one you can see, and the red one. But I'll take a picture without the video. The sunset afterglow is still bright.